How many of them, how many of those little lion cub skulls will you walk up your stupid hill to get to your stupid rock so you can watch it roll down your stupid fucking turd hill? How many, Pyrrho, you motherfucking sadistic loony fucking tick?
Infant success rate, even in the third world compared to the animal kingdom.
Again, missed the point entirely. Bravo, retard.
And we can do better still. I just don't see, how that's...
Yeah, let's save some more so they can get malaria. What's the the average age in the Congo? 36, I think? Yeah, great. It's real fun over there.
Plus, barklord has made a good argument you really need to deal with, which is since the ideas aren't practical, and you can't do this kind of thing in stages, it's eugenics, point I made.
How many babies die in Afghanistan? It's a lot of babies dying in Afghanistan. A lot of little kids dying over there.
All you're really arguing is that we have to say life is crap. You're going on living, we're going on living, we all go on living, but first, before we go on living, we say it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be crap.
Yeah, no, look, the argument's been made, okay, that your need to procreate is completely a delusion of your psychology. And the suffering of that lion cub, when it's slowly ripped to pieces by a hyena, is real. Your delusion of grandeur is crap. The suffering is real. That's the difference. One has real material weight when you put it on the scales. The other is made of nothing. When you put it on the scale, it doesn't mean a damn fucking thing. Your needless needs have no capacity to justify that negative fucker. That's the argument. Deal with that argument, please. Put it in quotes, put it in triple parentheses, but deal with it. Deal with consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction. And explain how, when you mix that shit up, you come up with something good.
That doesn't really motivate activism, which is what I've been trying to say. Because when it comes to the...
Oh, whatever. Motivating activism. This is another bogus argument. No, what motivates people is when they recognize a problem, when it's hurting them, when it's causing them to want to puke. Then they'll do something about it. But when you phantasmagoricals get done with all your little hope and pink balloons and distract them with all your floaty bullshit crap, then they're not going to fix shit. Because they're not going to be miserable. They're not going to be destroyed by it. They're not going to find it crippling. It's not going to be compelling. So how can you make the argument, Pyrrho, that, well, it's just not a compelling problem? Well, that's exactly how nothing gets fixed. It's because you keep making things not a compelling problem. Yeah, you ought to figure that one out.
Miserable situation of humans or any other animal, the answer is to improve that situation. We do have that power. You could deny it all day long, but I'm sorry, we do have the power to, once we identify a problem, to improve it. Your problem is so many humans don't want...
Oh, whatever. Again, you're just going to keep talking this babble like it means something. We've seen what we've done. We've borrowed on the future's labor. We've polluted the planet to shit. We got huge problems coming up, and assholes like you just keep saying, well, just keep having more babies because they'll fix it. Fuck you.
I want to improve it. But you're talking to people that do want to improve it, right? You're not talking to those morons. You think you could talk to us as proxies for the people that don't even admit that the world has these problems. But we do admit that. You're just using us because they won't even listen to you.
Why? I'm not even using you. You're the fucker, okay, making the counter-argument that there's some point to... Why are you even bothering with this subject? Why is this somehow a problem for you? Oh, I get it. It's a problem for you because this solves the problem. And you fucking mop sellers, okay, once we stop the sewage from flying out of the pipe, you mop sellers won't have anything to sell anymore.
And you ought to focus on who you are talking to. And you can say, hey, those people over there don't even care, and they never will. And we can say, no, actually, they're caring more and more every year, and that's the way it's going to be. And when we have a critical mass, we'll do some of these things.
Oh, I'm just going to keep making the argument, okay, that if people ever get enlightened enough to take any of these other problems seriously, they'll be enlightened enough to realize, oh yeah, it is tic-tac-toe. It all is in my head, this perception that I'm chasing real cheese. It is all made out of bullshit. And that suffering is as real can be, because I'd pay $1 trillion to avoid some of that shit. Okay, so there's no denying that that's real hard currency, that suffering thing. And this desire thing is counterfeit.
About the human condition. And maybe eventually, if we get our act together enough, we can consider the conditions of nature.
Yeah, whatever. See, again, the aliens should have this kind of conversation about you, and just sit there and say, well, they're not really worth considering, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just so bogus. You haven't demonstrated that they have a sentient welfare that isn't equal to your own. All you're doing is saying they're retarded, so it's okay for me to eat it. I mean, it's just such a fucking bogus. Oh, they can't add 2 plus 2, so I think I'll abuse it. Or I'll let it die in nature, and I'll let it be tortured in nature. I'll let it get eaten alive by lions because it's not smart enough to be in my club. Fuck you.
And we'd have to get our act together a lot to do that. But of course, we could talk about it right now and what kind of justifications and reasons and whether you have to have a hands-off approach or
well, why would I do any of that crap with you bibble-babble, backstabbing, backwording, hypocrite-talking bullshit artists? I mean, fuck you.
Preventive approach or what. But the main difficulty here is just that you guys think you own realizing that the world's a fucked up place. No, barklord knows that. I know that.
Well, it's just absolutely silly to say you know it when you don't recognize any urgency. So that's like saying, I know about the Holocaust, but it's not compelling. Well, guess what? The people it's compelling to are the ones who really get it. And the people it's not compelling to are the ones who aren't getting it. It's pretty fucking obvious, jackass.
We have our own theories and approaches and ways to fix it.
No, you have no theory, you have no approach, you are uncompelled. You have admitted a lack of compulsion. Okay, jackass. So obviously you're not getting it.
Now, in terms of one thing barklord acknowledged, which is that you somehow have to turn your...
You're just an apologist for the DNA molecule. So it's just like the religion, just like the God apologist. You're just an apologist for, oh, well, the DNA made a bad deal, and maybe the DNA will come back, and maybe the DNA will fix everything. DNA will... Yeah, fuck you. None of that shit's gonna happen.
Back on the misery of the world in order to lead a happy life. I don't think so. I think there is a recipe of attitude that includes some cynicism that keeps you motivated to working. Now, I had Charles Dance complaining, for example, that I said, hey, become an activist and make a change. And he likened that to just wasting your time, bloviating, in a public forum where you're not even listened to. But little counties and cities, they spend 3-4...
whatever. This is, again, completely off subject. It has nothing to do with the subject. You want to argue that there's some sort of point in putting Band-Aids on the wounds, and I'm going to keep arguing, let's just stop the war. Alright, so that's the subject. But your little naggy crap that I should jump into the sewage with you assholes and eat it. Okay, let's eat our way out of Sewer City. Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to do that, assholes. You can eat all the sewage you want. I'm going to try to stop it.
4, 5, 6, even $1 billion a year. 100 million, I was
Who cares?
Even
Irrelevant.
$1 billion a year. It's a lot of money. They are the ones that run clinics, hire the police, and the rules they make affect you immediately. Being interested in national politics, if you can make it...
Oh, whatever. Yeah, being interested in liar A or liar B. Oh, let's vote for the guy with the blue lettering on his sign, because blue is prettier.
Difference could be a good thing, but mostly it's just a kind of a celebrity following, popular culture celebrity following, political celebrity following. You could phone bank for that person and feel like you're part of their victory. The fact is, that person's still going to be more responsive to their enemies, to the people that funded their opponents.
Yeah, what does this have to do with anything? Oh, that's right, absolutely nothing. First, what has to be made is an argument has to be made. Before you can even do the politics thing, you got to do the argument thing. Asshole.